Hey, my name is Alex. I'm a freelance videographer and filmmaker in Las Vegas. I have done lots and lots of music videos. Yesterday we checked out the music video for Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and today we're looking at the behind the scenes with the shooting sketch for that video. The Blood, Sweat, and Tears video was like, it was really artwork. It was. So 4 minutes is not enough time whatsoever to fully appreciate what that video was. But let's jump into it. We're shedding our blood, sweat, and tears. Ooh. Okay, so we get a look at the set that they're on, which is really good looking. So they changed up all of the colors and made everything all purple and stuff inside the actual video, because like the whole concept of the video, I felt like, was them becoming the artwork and like immortalizing themselves as art. This set is really cool and very, very easy to do too. So maybe this was when they were on more of a low budget. I know that a lot of you guys were saying that they like came from like no budget whatsoever. This was 3 years ago, so maybe 3 years ago they were working on a lot tighter budgets. Even if they did have like nice budget at this time, maybe they just spent their budget for this video on the other sets, but it still looks really good.
섹시하게 하래요. 건방진 느낌이야. 진짜 잘생겼어요. 진짜 이거에 나오시 장난 아니에요.
Those rolling scenes are gonna be crazy. I agree.
개인 스토리에 아픔이 있는 그런 씬인데요.
So he's talking about the sheet, or I guess in this case the veil. It's a scene where my individual story has pain behind it, being covered by the veil. Some feelings of being tormented, wings on the back, being torn away. It's a scene where I get up from that. That's interesting. So that's not at all my interpretation. I know like artwork in general has its own interpretation depending on who is watching it. I thought that he was being covered by this veil to be created as artwork, but he said that he was being tormented from his pain. He got his wings stripped away and now he's going to get back up from that. So him being covered by the veil was more of like a rebirthing process in order to get back up. That's so crazy that like artwork and stuff can have so many different meanings. It's insane. It's the organ. It's a concept where I'm performing on an organ if it doesn't link to any of the rest. It's focusing on colors and the artistic stuff, he says. So what does the green have to do with anything? He said that his tongue was dyed green and that there was lots of green inside of the video. I think that the paint splatter was green, I think. And in that room, it had really heavy color grading to make it green. What does the green symbolize? I'm not too deep into the BTS like cinematic world yet. I don't know like all of their in-depth symbolism and like references to different things. So let me know.
나의 잘생긴 얼굴을 보니까 손키스가 받고 싶니? 오늘 뭔가 맛있게 먹을 수 있을 것 같은데요? 여기 라면 하나요?
Are they actually eating? That'd be kind of funny. Oh wait, okay. I completely glossed over this whole thing. In the video, the background is like moving and it's like a painting. So this is like one of the very, very few circumstances in which they actually use like CGI and stuff like that. And that was very confusing to me because as much as they do like physical sets, having this video come out 3 years ago, I don't know how they would have made this one specifically into a physical set. And the answer was they didn't. They did not make it into a physical set. That part was CGI. But you can see here, they just have this nice even lighting in the background. So they like built this set with the rocks and the tree and the table, and then surrounding them is mesoplane. Oh my god. Okay. One thing that you have to know about me is that I like cannot think of certain words sometimes. Like it's just thinking of a specific word, it's really hard. So I can't think of the word. I think it starts with an M, but it's like this diffusion material for like video and photography and stuff like that. So they just have this diffusion material, so there's nice even lighting all around them. And then they can like key that out basically in post and make it into like the moving painty look. See you tomorrow. We've worked hard. Second day of filming. It's, oh, that is so interesting. First off, look at this dude just chilling on top of the crane. He is just vibing, but I thought that these were like separate. So I thought that they were like two physical sets, not like two sets built on top of each other. That is really crazy to me. Because normally when you do this kind of an effect, it is two like separate things. Like they're two sets, but you can see the bottom and the top and you just transition, and then in post, then you like link them together so that it's nice and smooth and stuff. But they actually did it. There's a room on top of a room, and they like actually, oh my God, that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. And even though they're not using them, I like the fact that you can like see some of like the set and stuff. So this big thing over here on the left, that's a light. It's a really, really powerful light. And then that little square in front of it is a diffuser. So the light is hitting it and it diffuses and it makes it just as big as that square. And then the gigantic squares are more diffusion. So it just further makes that light like really, really big. So instead of having this like tiny light like this, you come out with this gigantic light. And it makes everything soft and beautiful and looks so good. That's why like in the beginning, when he said that they're gonna look sexy, that's how you're able to create these like sexy looks, because of the lighting. They have this nice like beauty lighting, and it all comes from soft lighting. It's beautiful. Oh, that's so cool. Ah, they did it again. So they must have like 2 or 3 of these. I can't remember how many scenes, but they literally built a scene on top of each other. So like you never would have guessed. So when they're filming like in this blue room, they're just up a story and they're like on top of this physical set. Oh, and then you could see like the lights working and stuff like that actually. His eyes being covered, it's scary. Ah, it's so pretty. And then that explains how they're able to get like these underneath shots. Take off the blindfold, there's paint. Oh, I didn't even notice that. So now I am really seeing all of the green. I'm seeing all of the green. I didn't realize that his cup had green in it. There's lots of green, so what is the green? Let me think for a second. If he took off this blindfold and he's crying green, and I think he was the same one that had his like face cracking. Let me think. Again, I know that there is some sort of actual symbolism for the green that connects to some different music videos and something within their actual universe. From just this one video, looking at it just from the perspective of this one video, not connected to anything else, the fact that they're talking about like sacrifice, their blood, sweat, and tears, and there's a lot of paintings everywhere. What I think the green would symbolize is kind of like paint, if that makes sense. They are the artwork. They are like the statues. They are the artwork themselves. So that's why in the end, he cracks, or he is like crying green, because that is what makes them them. Like that is like the life force behind their artwork. So like, I don't know, like that's what I get from it. I'm sure that there's actual symbolism that is more widely accepted, but that's my interpretation for not really knowing anything about it. Ooh, that's pretty too. And splash out from here. Okay. Oh, I remember I really like that scene. Ah, that scene is so pretty. One wrapping it up. Oh, it's so pretty. You can even see like in the behind the scenes, like just the behind the scenes looks so pretty. I love the effort. I love like the extent that they go to make their videos.
내 심장이 너무나 설렌다. 나도 무슨 뜻인지 모르겠어.
What any of this says. Ooh. Well, that's weird that they filmed that at the end. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
머리는 한 마리 랭수 같은 느낌이었어.
So they probably had a little bit of a reduced budget 3 years ago, but maybe not like too much because they're filming on RED, and RED cameras are very expensive. RED cameras can be hundreds of thousands of dollars in themselves. So that guy right there is probably holding $150,000 to $200,000 in his hand just for the camera, which is crazy. I don't know if you guys realize how expensive cameras are, but they're pretty expensive. At least like the ones that they use for movies, which this video basically was. Huh. Oh, that's cool that that's all of their hands. That makes a lot of sense. Ooh, I think that might have been one of my favorite shots. That just looks so beautiful, the way that they have it all set up. Try and match it up. Oh, well that makes a lot of sense. I was sitting here like, whoa, like they filmed all of the dancing last, but that makes a lot of sense. You're not gonna get as tired from acting or anything. Acting compared to dancing is fairly simple. So you don't want to have this like gigantic dance number. You might have to do it a couple of times. You're all out of breath and sweaty and tired, and then you have to go and act? No. It makes sense that they did all of the dancing last when you think about it. You can see just how tired they are, like, oh my god. I bet you it's hot in there too. I wish that these videos were longer. I want their shooting sketches to be longer. I know that I am probably not like their target audience for the shooting sketches, you know? I understand that. I think that like the main purpose of those like behind the scenes videos is to like showcase their personality a whole lot more and not to like show actual like behind the scenes of like the sets and stuff like this. But I don't know. I don't see the harm in making like a 10 or 15 minute behind the scenes video that you get to see their personalities and you get to see more of the dancing and you get to see more of like the sets and the cinematography. I don't see any harm in that. Just saying. I did really like the Blood, Sweat, and Tears music video. It was really pretty, and a lot of you were saying that I just had a different interpretation of the video, which is really cool because that's the whole point of artwork. And I think that that's like a testament to their cinematography and like their vision for the video, because their video like by itself has its own like meaning and interpretation, like standing alone. But then when you like add in all of their previous videos and like their like cinematic universe, then like it has a different meaning and like a deeper meaning. And then like I guess that you start to understand like all of their symbolism and like all of like the small tiny choices that they like add, and I guess that they like pay attention to like detail in like every single little thing, which I haven't seen yet, but that's because this is only my third music video of them that I've watched. So on that note, which one should I watch next? Don't forget to subscribe because I'm gonna upload another one tomorrow, and that's about it. All right.